Hi guys, and welcome back, or I should say welcome, I suppose, to the Makis Panagi special edition of Under Embargo with Chelsea. So what we're going to be doing today is essentially looking at this lad's career. Now, obviously, we're on the day, and I've already done the simming. I've not looked at anything. The only thing, I ran it overnight. We actually got 30 years, but we're obviously only going to do his career, unless he became some manager. But I think it's pretty unlikely, unless they've changed the way that that works, that he's actually going to become a manager. So we'll just go through his career. I've not looked at anything. The moment I saw it this morning, I just stopped it, saved it where it was, or rather, and then just quit out of the game. So I've not seen anything from it about what his career might have been like. So it's all going to be fresh news to me as well. So what we're going to do is go sort of a couple of years at a time, probably in like 2-year chunks until he gets to the end of his career. I don't want to do it 1-year chunks because it will take too long, but I also didn't just want to jump to the end, and because I feel like you can get a lot more data when you do it like this, because at the end it sort of summarizes too much stuff. I'd much rather be able to see how he's actually done in least, every other year, I suppose, to see if he's still at Chelsea, how he's developing, what his career has been like for Cyprus. So without any further ado, don't worry, there'll be not counting tomorrow. Enjoy the extra video today. Let's jump 2 years into the future to 2023 and see how our lad's getting on. Makis Panagi, Sheffield United. Please, please, please be on loan. On loan from Manchester City. Okay. Interesting. So, this is what we kind of know about him currently. I mean, he's on loan from Manchester City to Sheffield United, which means he's gone to Manchester City for a start. And he's also gone on loan to Sheffield Wednesday in here. So it's 17 caps for Cyprus and 3 goals now. He's getting there. Like, his flair is 6. So, and he's classified as a wonder kid at the moment, worth £23.5 million. This year for Sheffield United, 12 goals and 15 assists in the Championship at the age of 20. Really, really top season from the lad. But let's just see how much he moved to Man City for. 2.4 million. Chelsea, what are you doing? I don't believe that. Went on loan to Sheffield Wednesday for a year. Didn't have the best time of it in the Championship, unfortunately, that second season. Only 2 goals and 6 assists. And then he moves to Man City for 2.4 million. Are you having a bubble bath? And then they immediately loan him to Sheffield United. But that is one hell of a season he's had. And if he's not playing in the Premier League next year, I will be very, very surprised. But he's got a lot of caps for Cyprus under his belt. I said I think he'd get 100, and I still think that's going to be the case. I'm just uber disappointed that the moment he got the opportunity, he buggered off to Man City for £2.5 million. That is an absolute travesty to see him leave so quickly. I told you they'd sell him. Where are we? Manchester City, right-sided. That means he's not on loan. Interesting. How are we doing? Worth 47 million, 37 caps now for Cyprus and 12 goals. This year he has made 19 Premier League appearances and scored 6 times for City. That is impressive. And 3 goals in the Champions League, 2 assists. This lad is better than I actually thought he could be. 7 flair now. He's definitely improving on that. He seems to be getting better and better. £47 million he's worth now. He's 22 years old and he's on £81,000 a week. I mean, that is actually insanely impressive. 37 caps at the age of 22. He's going to be up there. And you can see that he must have played another season at Sheffield United, presumably in the Premier League, before returning. Let's just have a quick gander at that now. So, yeah, he played another season on loan for them in the Premier League. 5 goals and 5 assists in 32 games. That still isn't that bad when you consider that he would have been coming in off that right-hand side and playing for, presumably, a struggling side in the Premier League. This year, they've finally seen fit to keep him around, and he has returned for them, really. 6 goals in 19 appearances, 2 Man of the Match awards, and an assist in the Premier League for Makis Panagi. But the fact that he's at City is not so good. Nothing against City. It's just, he was our player, and to see him go so cheaply, and the fact that he was quite clearly going to be well, not quite clearly, but we don't know that he was going to be world-class, but we could see this guy have massive qualities, and the fact that they let him go so easily is just really a bee in my bonnet. So hopefully I still see the 100 caps though. He's got 37 already at the age of 22. And barring some serious injuries, I think he's going to be okay. Be nice if he made another move at some point in his career. I feel like this could be like just 10 years now at Manchester City and him absolutely tearing up the league, to be honest. Borussia Dortmund. Okay. 54 caps now for Cyprus and 20 goals at the age of 24. He's been at Dortmund this year. I don't know if it was a permanent deal or not. We'll find out. We'll have to have a look at the history stats properly. £26 million he moved to to Dortmund from Man City. His second season at City was nowhere near what his first season was. And I don't really understand why that is. Only 2 goals, no assists. Presumably, he was used less, I guess. But, what was it? Oh, God. He didn't start a single league game for City after putting in an absolutely heroic season for them. What was his starts like that year? 12 starts and 7 substitute appearances for City that year. And he returned goals. And then he still managed to get 2 goals in those substitute appearances too. But they obviously just didn't fancy him. £26.5 million is honestly a bargain for Dortmund, I'd have to say. 8 goals and 8 assists, 3 Man of the Match awards in the Bundesliga. I mean, he's basically returned Dortmund exactly what they wanted. He's proving that he's got that amazing quality. And people just don't seem to be giving him the opportunity. Maybe he'll finally get a chance now to string 3 or 4 seasons together at Dortmund and rack up a load of goals, because I feel like he deserves it. Look at this, though, as well. 35 goals and 35 assists. That is an insanely good record of both being, a decent finisher, but also an incredibly good creative player. Plays for Real Madrid now. At least it's a move up this time, I suppose. 71 caps for Cyprus. Amazingly, he's only scored 4 more goals for them in the next 2 years. But I suppose it is Cyprus. They're rarely going to be getting a lot of goals. The fact that he's got 24 is insane, to be fair. Worth £67 million now. He only did 1 year at Dortmund as well. Oh, I don't believe this. This guy is all over the place with his career. I mean, he's played for a lot of teams, it's fair to say, at the age of 26, to have already played for Chelsea, Man City, Dortmund, and Real Madrid. Right, let's see how he did then, and how much I reckon 50 million. £67 million. He literally did 1 year at Dortmund, a single season. Hang on, wait. Nope, that's not true at all. Why did he not play for Dortmund at all that season? Did he have an injury? He's missed an entire season. I'm confused. What? Why did he miss an entire year? That season. That's the next year. This is the following season he moved to Real Madrid. So why did he not play for Dortmund? No games for Dortmund whatsoever. He made 7 international appearances and also came off the bench for... What is with him? He plays 1 season at a club and then falls off the face of the earth. Because look, £67 million move to Real Madrid, 8 goals and 9 assists in his first season there as well. What's the betting? He'll have a rubbish second year at Real Madrid and then be fantastic for, I don't know, Inter Milan coming up in the season after that. It's a very strange career, but this one really does bug me. The fact that he made no appearances for Dortmund in the entire season apart from 1 in some kind of European competition. And yeah, he committed a foul. That's what we know. 7 international appearances, though, in that season. That's very strange. Okay, he's finally started putting in some appearances for Real Madrid now. It would seem 88 caps for Cyprus, but he has, in his last 17 games for Cyprus, added another 9 goals for them. So he's certainly probably been helping the Cypriot cause out. 33 goals. He must be up there for top scorer for Cyprus ever. And he's up to 85 appearances for Real Madrid now, which is a bit more like it. He's been a bit more consistent for them now. Yeah, you can see the following year, again, he sort of had his slump. Only 3 goals that season, but 5 assists and 3 Man of the Match awards. It would seem that he's more of a creative player that year. And this year, he's just been next level. Absolutely brilliant. 7 goals and 11 assists in La Liga and 8 Man of the Match awards. That is something else now. He's really started racking up the goals and assists. He's got 60 assists. He's actually got more goals than assists. More assists than goals. Quite the career he's had. Well, here we go. 30 years old, still at Real Madrid. 98 caps for Cyprus now. He's added another 11, but only 1 more goal. Come on, he needs 2 more caps, although I'm concerned that he might have given up on that now. He has got 10 flair. There you go. He's finally managed to nail it. He's worth £59 million now on nearly 200 grand a week. He's been at Real Madrid for a long time now. Seems to have really become part of the furniture at the club. After that amazing year, he then put on an even better year in terms of his average rating of 6 goals, 8 assists, 3 Man of the Match awards. But this year, at the age of 30, 9 goals and 14 assists in La Liga, an average of a 7.86. He finally found a club that treated him right, and that club was Real Madrid. Who knew that would be possible? And he's finally rewarded them with an insane amount of assists. I think 100 assists in his career is very much on the cards. 100 goals, probably not, unless he makes some move to like Turkey and starts absolutely hammering them in later in his career. Some of the things we saw in Looking Forward with Apollonia suggested that that's definitely possible, that they could have a sort of 3-year career after their main club finishes. I reckon when we come back, he won't be at Real Madrid anymore. I think it's very unlikely. Hopefully he'll move for the benefit of his career. Well, amazingly, he is still at Real Madrid, but more amazingly is the fact that he's in the last 2 years won no more international caps, which means he's retired internationally, and he got to 98 caps and then gave it up. He'd retired probably before he was 30, which is very, very disappointing, I've got to say. That being said, it does look like he's had another insane season in the league, though, and continues to press on and be a phenomenal striker, or rather winger at the age of 32. Resolute personality now, that seems to have rubbed off on him. Let's see how he's actually done in those 2 years. So, after that amazing season, he had a slight drop-off, still scored 9 in the league, and then got 9 assists that year, though. Still fantastic. But this year, holy shit, at the age of 32... got 11 goals. That's the first time since he was playing for Sheffield United that he's broken double figures in the league. And he got 13 assists. He's already smashed the 100 assist mark. And I think he's probably got it in him to break 100 goals in his career as well, which would be amazing. 48 Man of the Match awards. That is an incredible amount of Man of the Match awards to have won. I think he'll break 50 on that too. I'd be really, really pleased for him if he breaks 100 league goals and 50 Man of the Match awards. And the fact that he's still at Real Madrid and banging them in for them week in, week out at the age of 32 is very, very wholesome. Hopefully he'll still be there in 2 years. Well, this is the turn up for the books. He's playing for Liverpool. And more than that, he's joining Roma at the end of this season. So he's still going. No signs of shutting off anytime soon. 34 years old. He's going to be doing at least one more season now playing for Roma over in Italy. So that's nice. He's experiencing a bit of everything. Looks like he's had an okay time for Liverpool, although it does look like he moved in that summer. So we'll just sort of see how he did. Yeah, off the back of... Oh, no, okay. Oh, no, yeah. So off the back of that incredible season, his best season of his entire career, where he eventually got 12 Man of the Match awards that season. That is ridiculous. He played one game at the start of the new season, had a great year, and then Liverpool paid £31 million for a guy who must have been about 33 years old. And in fairness, 6 goals and 4 assists in the league for them is pretty good, isn't it? Considering he only started 8 of those 18 games to score 6 goals and get 4 assists and only get that rating is pretty dismal. And this year, yeah, this coming season, he only made 7 appearances for Liverpool, 2 goals and 1 assist. So he did break 50 though. He's got to 50 and he's on 96 league goals. I think for Roma, he's surely going to get 4 goals for them next year. I hope he does go to a slightly smaller side at some point just to pad those stats out a little bit. But the fact that he's still playing is really, really impressive. I might just go 1 year in the future because he is a bit older now. He's going to be 35 the next time we check in. I want to see how long he plays for. Well, he's at Real Sociedad now. Sure. Okay. Looks like he did score 3 league goals for Roma, though, in the bottom corner. 35 years old, still going strong. And in fact, his contract has another year on it left, so he's going to be at least 36. Don't know if he'll retire at the end of that, though. Worth £1.2 million now. I guess it's because of contract stuff with Liverpool. Let's just see how he's actually done in that period. So he left Liverpool on a free to go to Roma. 1 year there, 3 goals, 2 assists in 17 appearances. That wasn't optimal, I'd have to say. Not particularly special, in fairness to the lad. And this year, unfortunately, only 2 appearances off the bench for Sociedad after they paid nearly £500,000 for the guy. And I'm concerned that he might not make any more appearances for them next year unless there's a late loan spell in here. And I'm concerned that he's going to be on 99 league goals, which is so damn annoying. Come on, Makis, do one more for us. Well, he's done another season where he's only got 2 substitute appearances, and it does appear that he's going to be retiring at the end of this year, and that's so frustrating. He's going to finish on 99 career goals after 2 he's had like 3 years to score 4 goals, and he's only got 3. And for Sociedad, he's only made 5 appearances for them over the course of 2 seasons. What an absolute legend this lad has been. But I do think he's going to end up finishing on 99 league goals for his entire career. At least he got 111 assists and 50 Man of the Match awards. But honestly, at this point here, after that season, I'm thinking there's no way this lad isn't going to do that. He is on top of the world. And honestly, moving to Liverpool seemed to be the death of his career, because after that, he just could not seem to get it going again, after a really solid season for Liverpool as well. What a shame. Let's see if he's still here. So Makis Panagi is a manager. Unemployed manager, but a manager nevertheless. And he retired from football with 99 league goals and 111 again. But the fact that he's actually gone into management, he's not awful, means I'm going to skip ahead to the furthest part of my simulation and see whether he actually did get a managerial job and whether he was any good or not. Retired as staff. Hang on. We can... Holy shit, he was a manager! This is great. He actually retired at the age of 47, so he didn't have the most successful staff career, but he did in fact have one. He was the under-23 coach at Cardiff for a season. Wait, we can do it on here, can't we? Landmarks. Except he did nothing as a manager. He was manager of Northampton Town, then managed Wimbledon. That is phenomenal. He did a season as manager of AFC Wimbledon, then went to Southend and did 2 years at Wycombe Wanderers before retiring. I don't think he probably went anywhere specifically, it would seem, but we can have a look. So you can see here, he was in charge for a year at Northampton Town, won 19 games but lost 23. Not exactly ideal, eh? Then he was at Wimbledon for a little while. 44% win ratio there, so slightly better, it'll be fair to say, but he was then sacked there as well. Then at Southend, he only won 9% of his matches at Southend. 2 wins out of... Oh, wow, that is a really, really poor record managing Southend. That was in League One again, I think. He's mostly managed in League One, it would seem, but to win only 2 out of 22 matches in charge is utterly abysmal. No wonder he retired. But he seemed to have 2 years at Wycombe. The fact that they gave him 2 years, 1 year and 100 days, he won 36% win ratio, but he was there over a season, so I guess that was probably his most successful, but then he just decided, nah, I've had enough of this crap, and he left. which was a while ago, it would seem. But yes, and Jack Grealish actually took over as caretaker manager after that, because this is a weird world. So there we go. That is Makis Panagi. That is his career. This is what happened to the lad. 98 caps for Cyprus and 34 goals. He didn't quite make it on that side of things, but still, an all-round brilliant career with 99 league goals in 455 appearances. He didn't quite make the big 100, but he did get 111 assists. I think it could have gone better for him had he not made the move to Liverpool, in all honesty, or maybe had he just stayed at Chelsea. But anyway, if you've enjoyed this, and you want to see maybe one of these for another save at some point, then do drop a like on the video. That'd be gorgeous. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.